Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Hagerstown. Thank you for joining us this morning as we come together in love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and sing this with me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Now look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and sing this with me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, from every walk of life, every creed and color, and then should reunite, oh, in honor of the God in each other. Yeah. Take a look at the person next to you. Say namaste, I bow to you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and sing this with me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love.
Yes, thank you so much. I tell you what, when Patty sings and Brett is playing, I feel like I could sing that, just that powerful too. It doesn't really, well, yeah, right? Welcome to Unity of Hagerstown, my friends. Welcome to those joining us virtually. We're so glad that you're part of this community. We have a quote here from Toni Morrison. You are your best thing. Yeah, take that in. You are your best thing. I love it. So we're going to open our service today with a prayer. I invite you to join me in this sacred activity as we close our eyes or gaze softly on the ground so that we're not distracted by the outer. Going within to our heart space. And I invite you to allow my words to speak for you. And I'm not offended if you need to translate or edit at all. So in this moment, I let go of anything that is keeping me from realizing I am love. I release fear, resentment, any concerns, and stand in the presence of love. Love, the attracting power, draws to me my good. Love, the attracting power, draws to my mind those for whom I wish to pray, those for whom I wish to see with the eyes of love. Love harmonizes my thoughts and thus harmonizes my relationships. Love reminds me that we are one with our Creator, one with the creation. And so it is. Amen. And now, if you will, join me in our vision statement. Here we go. Together, Unity of Hagerstown, a welcoming community, embraces spiritual awakening through affirmative prayer and meditation, creating a positive path of abundant living for all. And now we have the reading of the daily word with Lois. Well, we have two readers, so you guys flip a coin. Somebody please come up. Thank you, Lois.
All righty. Today's daily word is power. Feeling my power from within means I am grounded in spiritual truth and understanding. I speak my mind with calm certainty and change my mind whenever I choose. I live in a state of inner security and mastery. If I wish to make changes, I take dominion of myself and have faith in my innate power as a spiritual being. In the past, I may have looked outside myself to feel powerful, taking on another's beliefs or affiliating with something outside myself. Now I understand true power comes from within. I take dominion over my thoughts and feelings. I live my truth in confidence, knowing my thoughts derive from divine ideas. One with God, I have the power to create my life. And the scripture reading for today is from 2 Timothy 1:7. For God did not give us a spirit of cowardice, but rather a spirit of power and of love and of self-discipline. And then we have an affirmation to recite together. I have the power to choose my thoughts and direct my life. And we just let that sink within into our heart space and resonate for a moment. And then we repeat. I have the power to choose my thoughts and direct my life.
Thank you, Lois. And what a wonderful gift that is. We get to direct our life. We are not at the mercy of whatever wind is blowing. Yeah. Okay, so we have an opportunity to greet one another. And this is I say it every week, and someone suggested a better way to say it, and I've forgotten it already. You need to send it to me in an email, whoever did that. It's not a time for sharing our life story. We can do that after the service. It's just a check-in. Hey, how you doing? Also know that this group is a group of huggers. If you are not a hugger and prefer a handshake, let it be known. If you want no physical contact, just give us a little namaste, okay? So also, the camera stays on. The camera's directed back there. Hi, guys. And if you do not want to be on the camera, stay behind this first table, I think, while you're greeting. If you want to come back up and say hello to those watching on Facebook or YouTube, please do so. Okay? So let's greet our friends and neighbors and visitors. And I'd like to tell all of you who are watching online that if you could just, first of all, put a comment in the comment section. I love seeing who's online watching us. And also, thank you for your support of this community. It means the world to this ministry. It allows this ministry to keep its doors open. Bye.
Love is everything. Love is everything. I am, you are, God is everything. Love is everything. You are, I am, God is love, and love is everything. Love is everything. Love is everything. You are, I am, God is love, and love is everything. You are. You are, I am, God is love, and love is everything. Yes, love is everything.
So beautiful. You guys sounded great. Really, I mean, really and truly. So
It's
we
the
are,
sound man.
yeah. So we are continuing on with our series based on the book Divine Audacity, Dare to Be the Light of the World, written by Linda Martella Whitsett, in which we explore the gifts that we have been given, inherent within each of us, these powers, these abilities that we can cultivate and bring into our life on a daily basis. Okay, so the first thing to remember is God is principle, not personality. We often make God after our own image, right? Put a human face on it, and I understand that because then that's more relatable. But God is the principle of love. Thus, when I align my thoughts with my Christ consciousness within, I become that principle of love as well. Martella Whitsett tells us, whenever I shift attention from my personal self toward the infinite self that is God, which is the real self, I become what God is. Okay, so this is how we can activate these powers within us. There are 12 powers identified by Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, and he also discerned intuitively like a physical location within the body for these powers. So take the power of love. You know, we would think the physical location is in the middle of the chest, and it is. Okay, they're sort of like chakras, only. Well, I guess they're sort of like chakras, yeah, yeah, like energy centers. So Fillmore also saw that the 12 disciples could represent one power each. Some of them work a little bit better than others, I will say that. But if it's helpful for us to explore that power, then we certainly can do that. There's also a color associated with each power as well. Which could be helpful in meditating upon that power as well. So we're going to look at the power of love today in honor of Valentine's Day. And then we have a kind of a different meditation set up for us at the end of the sermon. And we'll get into that momentarily. But first I want to talk a little bit about the power of love. You know, we have this longing within us to connect with each other. We intuitively know that we're more than just this body, we're more than our personality, but what is this something more? There is this urge within us to explore what that might be. You could call it divine discontent if you want, or an invitation from the universe to see what's out there. In 1 Corinthians 13, which you may know as the love chapter, that portion that is ended with Paul writing, "If I have not love, I am nothing." Love is more than a feeling or an emotion. It is really the completeness of who we are. Love is the ground of our being. We may think of God as loving, yet Charles Fillmore challenges that when he writes, God does not love anybody or anything. God is the love in everybody and everything. God is love. We become loving by permitting that which God is to find expression through us in word and act. We often also think love is something that we perhaps bestow upon those who are worthy of our love, but love is a way of being. This time of year, it's all about romantic love, right? Looking for that right person that will complete me. But Eric Butterworth, this quote I just love, our need is to be loved, not loved, to be loved, and to express from that overflow of love that is within us to those around us, to all creation. This is that drive within us, that hunger, that discontent that we may feel, not to find love, not to find things, material goods, but to be love. In the Christian Testament, we know that it states God is love. And we are one with God. There's only one power, one presence, active in the universe. If that's so, that means that power and presence is within me as well. It's within you. It would be kind of egotistical to think that God is present everywhere except for where I am, right? God is present even within me. So that when we align our thoughts with that divine source within, we are that love. When we recognize that God is life expressing and we align our thoughts with life within, we are life expressing as well. God is wisdom, and that wisdom is within us that guides us, that gives us clarity. God is love. We are that love. Butterworth goes on to say, I am created in and of love. It is my nature, the root of my being. I am the very activity of love in expression. I have within me all the love in the universe. Imagine that. There is enough love within you to love everybody, even yourself. There is enough love within you to love all creation, if we but let it. Sometimes that might feel like it might be a strain to love other people. We try to love other people, but that's when we're trying to use our human willpower to love them instead of aligning with our higher self and letting that love come through. Jesus, our elder brother, our way shower, he taught that we are to love our neighbor as ourselves. Nothing new there. But to try to love our neighbor, even though they might be horrible people, I'm going to try to love them, is really a judgment. Oh, he's a rascal, but I'll try to love him anyway. Love has no strain in loving. When we center ourselves with the source of love that is within us, and that source of love, that source of unity, then there is an intermingling of consciousness. If I'm feeling love for another person, to a certain extent, it is because I'm feeling love for myself, and we are connected to that person when we feel that love, right? It's a heart-to-heart connection. They may not reciprocate, and that's okay. We still feel the connection. The power of love has three aspects to it that I want to talk about today. Magnetism, harmony, and unity. Love is the attracting power of the universe. Fillmore compares it to gravity. I teach at the Unity Urban Ministerial School part-time, online, and I posed the question to some of the students last week, which was really timely for me, to expound on this idea of love and gravity. And I wanted to read what some of them wrote. Love, in Fillmore's view, is not merely an emotion, but a powerful unifying force that connects individuals to one another and to the divine. It embodies compassion, understanding, and the desire for harmony, serving as the foundation for personal and collective enlightenment. Similarly, Gravity symbolizes the inherent attraction between souls and the pull towards higher consciousness. Just as gravity keeps celestial bodies in orbit, Fillmore suggests that love guides individuals towards their highest potential, drawing them into a deeper relationship with themselves and the universe. Just as gravity exerts its influence without effort or intention, love is that ever-present yet invisible power that operates naturally when we align ourselves with its essence. Isn't that great? I learned so much through teaching these courses. So love is the central core of Jesus' teaching. Loving our neighbor tends to give us problems, no matter if it's somebody next door or somebody around the world. It doesn't matter, they're all our neighbor. Because how do we love somebody that we may not actually like, right? But in the Hebrew, this love means to be loving towards them. It's your attitude, not something that we bestow on another. We act, think, hold loving thoughts towards them. See them in love. Be loving towards them out of the overflow of love that is within you. I am loving. A Course in Miracles tells us we are to love our neighbor because they are ourself. It's that idea of oneness, one spirit, one love, one power, one presence, and we are part of that. So Fillmore tells us that love in divine mind is the idea of universal unity. We are one love, one spirit. Fillmore goes on to say, it insists that all is good, and by refusing to see anything but good, it causes that quality finally to appear uppermost in itself and in all things. So when we put those love goggles on, we see nothing but the good. And then it will be visible to us. Okay? So putting this into practice, this is what I love. Martella Whitsett tells us, it may be challenging for us to truly hold the position that good can be found in everyone and in all things. Yet, amid cries for justice, we hear calls for compassion. Again, referring back to A Course in Miracles, it's either love or a call for love, my friends. And just as we are attracted to people who are loving and kind, we are also attracted to those who might repel us so that we can learn to love more fully. The harmonizing power of love is that ability to harmonize our thoughts so that we might our relationships might follow in harmony as well. When we harmonize our thoughts towards others, they may not change at all. They may, but they may not. But we are suddenly in a different relationship with them. If we love the things of this world, then we are joined with them to a certain extent, according to Fillmore, which I found interesting. Just as we are connected with those we love, if we love the things of this world, there's a connection there. So to develop love, Fillmore tells us or advises us that the more we talk about love, the stronger it grows in consciousness. So let's talk about love, right? We talk about love a lot here. I love that. If we continue to think loving thoughts, speak loving words, we continue to center our awareness in that cosmic flow of love. But what about violence? What about the war? How do we love all people, even when horrendous acts are committed? Well, Fillmore has advice for that too. Do not be afraid to pour out your love upon the so-called evil in the world. Deny the appearance of evil and affirm the omnipotence and omnipresence of love and goodness. Refuse to see it as evil. Declare that which seems evil has somewhere a good side, which shall, through your persistent affirmation of its presence, be made visible. Now, I don't believe that he was advising us to become like an ostrich with our head in the sand, but rather to see from a spiritual lens. We can hold two truths. We can hold the fact of the situation at the same time that we are holding a higher truth. The higher truth is that love is all there is, really and truly. That reminds me of a song. And I should say, when we have that loving perspective, we begin to see the good. That energy, that vibration does affect others. It may not seem like it's affecting anybody, but it does. Fillmore goes on to say, by using this creative power of your own thought, you will change that which seemed evil into good, and divine love will pour its healing balm over all. We are called to be love, to be loving towards others. We are called to be the light of the world, and love is how we do that, or one of the ways we do that. So we have the power to not only change how we see the world, but in doing so, to actually impact the world, to change the world. The power of love is located in the heart space, not the physical heart, but the middle of the chest. The disciple that Fillmore thought represented it best was John, the beloved disciple. He was the one that was named Jesus loved, right? John was one of the first to follow Jesus. He was seated next to Jesus at the Last Supper. He was also the only disciple present at the crucifixion. Love doesn't fail. Love may be the first power that we really feel or experience when we start along this spiritual path. It's a heart-opening experience. I have a story, a true story I want to share with you about loving your neighbor. Brendan was, or is, I should say, a young but rising DJ in New York. And he was coming home to his Brooklyn apartment when a homeless woman accosted him asking for money. And he said, truthfully, I don't have any money. And so he went on home, but throughout the upcoming days, every time he went home, she was there. And finally, the last time he said, I don't have any money, she goes, well, you better not, because you keep telling me no, you don't have any. Brendan stopped and said, well, I'm on my way to a job interview tomorrow. If I get the job, I'll take you out for Chinese food. Well, this promise, because he did get the job, yielded a friendship. After the Chinese food, they began to celebrate birthdays together, holidays together. They had mutual support going on. They saw each other through tough times. When Brendan's heater broke, Jackie, who was the name of the homeless woman, made him a blanket. When he told her that he had lost his job, she said, I'll be right back. And she went and got food from some source and came back and kept giving him food until he got another job. Even with so little, she never hesitated to give back. Over the years, Jackie moved from the streets and the subway stations to a halfway house, and then finally to an apartment. To celebrate the new apartment, Brendan took Jackie to a Target and started a registry for her and say for all the things that she might need. And then he set up a campaign on social media to raise money. Well, the original goal was $500 to cover what was needed. They raised more than $6,000, and they decided to use that extra funding to support other women in need. This is a story of loving your neighbor all over the place, isn't it? I'd like to close with an inspirational reading from the Science of Mind magazine. If you're not familiar with this, this is from the Centers of Spiritual Living. It's one of my favorite things, to tell you the truth, outside of Unity. Okay. The Eyes of Love. There's a quote to begin with from Ernest Holmes. God is love, God is truth, God is life, God is power. Not some life, some love, some truth, some power, but all life, all truth, all love, all power. And the reading goes, you may have thought you would get away without reading my take on judgment. Nope. Being judgmental in a negative way interrupts our interconnectedness. When we judge in this way, we separate ourselves from the good of others, as well as separating us from ourselves. Closely related to judgment is complaining. When we find ourselves complaining about people, places, or things, we have a clear indication that we think we are better than whatever it is we find to complain about. Complaining comes from being judgmental. I work in an office that allows me to practice what I believe in a way I had not expected before taking the position. Long story short, I work in an office where people complain a lot all day long. I soon realized I was complaining about the complainers. What a revelation. Who am I to judge people who complain? What did I do? I began seeing my coworkers through the eyes of love. Love never complains. Love accepts what is. Did this decrease the amount of complaining? Not at all. What it did, though, was bring me to a place of compassion. It brought me back to the truth that right where my brothers and sisters are, God is. Today, see through the eyes of love. So we're going to move into a time of meditation. This is a guided meditation followed by a period of silence. On the table, you'll find a couple things, little hearts, paper clips, and a writing implement. And there's plenty of hearts so that if you want to use 3 or 4, whatever, help yourself. During the meditation, if you have, and it's going to be all about love, right? Whatever names or places come to your heart to hold in love, if you would like to write them down on a heart, and you can write more than one on a heart, and then unfold the paper clip so you have a hook on both ends, and then use it to hook the heart. And if you want to, place it on one of these trees. We will have these beautiful prayers, that's what they are, these prayers of love up here for the next couple of weeks. If you want to take it home, that's fine too. I think there's plenty of room on the trees though, if you want. So, did I explain that sufficiently? Okay, good. You got it, Sally. Okay, good. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so to begin, let's join together in an affirmation. Together, I choose to see with the eyes of love. Everything I see is the one manifesting as the all. So as we move into a time of meditation, go ahead and get comfortable, adjusting your position if needed, and closing your eyes or looking down, either on your lap or on the floor, so that we're not disturbed by what's going around. This is an inner journey from our head to our hearts. Slowing the breath, calming the mind, relaxing the body. Magnetism, harmony, and unity. As I love my neighbor, I realize it is entwined with loving myself. So I take time to release any resentments, any blocks to love, any fears, any concerns, and come to know that radiant light within. Come to know and experience the love that I am. With each breath I breathe, I focus on my heart space and allow this light of love to grow, filling my entire being. I choose to think harmonious thoughts. I choose to see the oneness of all creation with that Spirit of God, that Spirit of love connecting all. And as we go into a time of quiet, the names that come forth for me to hold and to see in love, I write down. The geographical locations I see with the eyes of love, no matter what the situation. Recognizing on a spiritual level, God is present everywhere. In the silence, we do this work. In the silence, we allow that power of love to flow forth. And now we'll have a song by Brett and Patty, and you can continue to write names on your hearts and continue to bring them up. Here we go.
I came here. What will we do with this chance to be free? We've got so much love to choose from.
Whoa, beautiful. Thank you so much. So I invite you to join me in our offertory affirmations. Together, this ministry is bountifully supplied in faithful, enthusiastic, and generous financial support. The true prosperity of this ministry is the growing awareness of Spirit, manifesting in the steady growth of love, faith, and spiritual power among our members and friends. We are prosperous and we are grateful. And before we start with the next song, there are sign-up sheets on the front two tables. If you could pass them on back, and sometimes they don't go all the way around, so we're just going to start the sign-up sheets now. And now we have another song with the offertory.
I'm thankful for the morning that brings me a brand new day. I'm thankful for all the good that always comes my way. I'm thankful for all I am and all that I can do. Oh, sweet Spirit, I can only thank you. I have gratitude. I have so much gratitude. I count my blessings every single day. I have gratitude. I have so much gratitude. There is only one thing left for me to say. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. I'm thankful for the little light that shines inside of me. I'm thankful I can share it with everyone I see. I'm thankful for the joy and love, all I know is true. Oh, sweet Spirit, I can only thank you. I have gratitude. I have so much gratitude. I count my blessings every single day. I have gratitude. I have so much gratitude. There is only one thing left for me to say. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. I thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. Cha-cha-cha.
Yeah, thank you so much, Brett and Patty. You always deliver such great songs, and we love it. We love you. So today, after the service, is a potluck. And it doesn't matter if you brought anything or not. We always have plenty of food. And even if we didn't, it's not going to hurt us one time to go without a little bit, right? Immediately after the potluck at 1 o'clock around then, we'll have the Dances of Universal Peace, which if you're not familiar with, I encourage you to stick around for that if you're able to. To me, it's a very sacred time of singing from the different world faith traditions, different texts, and then also easy movement in a circle. So Kathy Palmer does a wonderful job in facilitating this. Let's see, what else we got going on? Oh, yoga, Monday, 6 p.m. Traditional yoga, fantastic. You're going to feel so good if you come. It is so true. There is a $10 walk-in fee, though, I will say that. And then we are continuing with our book, Divine Audacity, book study via Zoom, Wednesdays at 6:30. If you want to join in, you haven't yet, that's fine. Just come in on a love offering basis. We've got 3 more weeks of it left. And then the Women of Unity are meeting next Sunday after church. I think it's, where's Amy? Bring a lunch in?
We're going to have some light snacks, and we'll be exploring the topic of your 6-word memoir.
Ooh, yeah. You've got me intrigued. Okay. And then the Men of Unity are meeting on Thursday at 6 p.m., and they're still doing the help. Thank you, the 4 agreements. It's like, it's there, but it just didn't quite come. Didn't come down to here. And we have our dinner and game night coming up on the 21st, 6 p.m. There is a sign-up sheet if you'd like to participate in that. There is a love offering being asked of $15 for the dinner. We're going to have Italian night. We're going to do pasta primavera and garlic bread and I don't know, maybe a salad and dessert too. We'll just see, but it will be a vegetarian meal. So if we have the sign-up sheet, just keep passing it around so that we can get everybody on both sides. There's another sign-up sheet going around for the Zion Soup Kitchen, I believe. We feed up usually 100 people, maybe a little bit more, once a month at Zion Church downtown. And this group has been wonderful in supporting this endeavor by providing a lot of the food that we serve. And there's opportunities to serve there as well if you'd like to commit to a couple hours. And then, that's wrong, sorry. We're not moving the chairs today because we're eating. Okay. Terry Kinney wanted me to let you know that she's got a microwave, a lazy boy chair, and bookshelves to give away for free. If you know of anybody who needs some furniture, there are flyers out on the table in the foyer. So, and then one last thing, in case you are not familiar with this, we are doing a 10-month study. This is free to everybody, really. It's on building the beloved community. It's a commitment the second Tuesday of every month for 2 hours from 6:30 to 8:30, I believe. You are also committing to buy the book and to read it, and you are committing to another additional workshop on spiral dynamics, which is a theory of consciousness. If you're not familiar with that, you're going to need to take the workshop so that you can follow along with the book. Please sign up for this beloved community on a sign-up sheet on the table in the foyer, and there are flyers there letting you know when the spiral dynamic workshops are. There will be a cost for those, but Unity is covering the beloved community cost. So I hope you can make it. I hope everybody can do this, because wouldn't it be great to take this community to the next level? Yes, we want that. Or maybe it's just me. If you want it to, though, come join me, okay? At this time, we're going to say goodbye to our beloved Facebook friends. We love you. We see the light that you are. And, this week, let your love light shine. Bye, my friends. I'm going to wait.